The topic I will be exploring today is Tyrod Taylor undervalued by the National Football League? Taylor started in the league in 2011 when he was drafted by Baltimore in the sixth round, and he was a 4-year backup there, winning the Super Bowl when Flacco was the starter. In Buffalo in 2015, he went to be the backup, and he played well, was a Pro Bowl quarterback, got a $92 million contract with the first 10 guaranteed, and even earned a second year of that contract, getting $15 million more. In 2017, they had a bad roster, and he was benched for Nathan Peterman. We all know how that went, and the Bills even made the playoffs. He was a Pro Bowl substitution, and he was traded for an early 3 from the Browns. In Cleveland, they drafted Baker, and there was a lot of hype from the draft and hard knocks, so Taylor had to be the bridge quarterback, and he only started 3 games. After that year, he signed a 2-year, $11 million deal with San Diego. With the Chargers, he was Philip Rivers' backup, and he looked like the starter when Rivers moved on, and they didn't sign Cam Newton, Andy, or Jameis, who they could have signed for cheaper for a starting role. Then they drafted Justin Herbert, improved the offensive line and the defense, and now looked to contend, with Herbert expected to be the new face of the franchise relatively soon. So, is Taylor undervalued, or is he truly a replacement level QB, a bridge QB for a young QB? Let's take a look into his stats. He has a career passer rating at nearly a 90, at 89.8, over 9,500 passing yards, a 61.6 completion percentage, over 1,800 rushing yards, and a TD to interception ratio of 2.7. He also adds value with his legs, with 16 rushing touchdowns. Taylor has above average stats for how much he's played in the league. He's also has the Bills franchise records for rushing yards by quarterback, career completion percentage, and career passer rating in his short 3-year tenure. So, how was he successful with the Bills? All they had was a questionable offensive line and bad weapons. That's because he's relatively young at 30, which is kind of young for an NFL quarterback. He's mobile, he's precise, he doesn't have a serious injury history, he's an NFL veteran who's learned from both Joe Flacco and Philip Rivers, and he has a career 23-21 and 1 tie record without having good players around him offensively. Why is he undervalued? In 2016, he led the league in getting sacked, with the best offensive lineman on his team as Richie Incognito, who at best is an above-average guard. And he still went 7-8, but has struggled without great stats. He improved in 2017 when Sean McDermott was installed as the coach instead of Rex Ryan to 8-6 with a league low in interception percentage. The same year that they brought in Peterman to play a few games for him unexpectedly. The Bills made the playoffs, and then they promptly traded him away for a 3rd-round pick so they could get Josh Allen. The major knock on him is he doesn't make big plays that win games. He plays safely to keep drives alive. But if he's keeping drives alive, his teams are scoring, and he has a solid defense, he should be able to win games. So I think he's overlooked as a replacement level or bridge quarterback with a conservative playing style. He seems like he's destined to jump from team to team like Case Keenum and Ryan Fitzpatrick to teams with question marks at quarterback or young players so he can jump in and play well. But with a supporting cast, a good coach, and defense, Taylor could be very successful. He would be an instant upgrade for the Bears, Raiders, Panthers, Patriots, and Redskins at starting quarterback for the 2020 season. And any team that needs a quarterback who could start and win should consider Taylor to be a top priority in 2021, as he could be a cheap backup once again.